7:35, a scientific breakthrough performed at the Royal Manchester Children's Hospital has given a 3-year-old boy new hope for the future.
Oliver Chu has a rare inherited condition called Hunter Syndrome that causes progressive damage to his body and brain. But thanks to a new therapy trial, 15 years in the making, Oliver no longer needs weekly hospital visits. And he's here now having a great time, isn't he?
Isn't he? He's showing us all his fairy tale castle. He's got a lovely sticker book, haven't you? That's right. And we've got Elsa there with her crown on.
Yeah.
So let's just explain how it works. Oliver's stem cells were taken from his blood and genetically altered in a lab. A faulty gene in the stem cells was then replaced with a working copy of that gene, and the corrected cells were then reinfused back into Oliver's bloodstream, enabling his own cells to produce the essential enzymes that his body couldn't do before. So Oliver travelled from his home in America, he lives in California, to become the first child in the world to receive this therapy up in Manchester, and joins us now with his father, Ricky Chu. Right. It is great to see you both this morning.
Good morning.
Especially you, Ollie. How are you feeling?
You good, baby?
Yeah, I know. You're busy with your sticker book, so we'll leave you to do that while we talk to Dad. It's great to see you, and this is an absolute breakthrough, isn't it, for your son?
It is, and we're so happy about it. We're very grateful that we're, part of this trial.
You carry on telling us about it. Tell us how you found out about it.
Well, I mean, my older son was diagnosed first back home in California. So then we had Oliver tested afterwards. But back home in the States, they wouldn't cover the testing with insurance. So we flew to Taiwan to get him tested. And the results came back, and our metabolic doctor had told us that he had the same strain of MPSII as older brother. Yeah. So at that point, we were very devastated.
Yes.
Worrying what to do, looking everywhere for some type of cure. There's no cure. There's very few treatments. There's an enzyme replacement therapy treatment that takes 4 hours a week.
And it's £300,000
It's very expensive.
For that.
You know, and that's a lifetime treatment.
Yeah.
You know, and we have 2 boys that need it. Right? So
how did you find out this was in Manchester in the United Kingdom?
I just asked around, and I found a website that had clinical trials, and this one popped up. But the cutoff age was 20 months. Right. And at that time, Ollie was 21 months. So I was like, oh, he won't qualify. So I talked to someone at the MPS Society, and they put me in touch with their director, who happened to be on vacation at the time in the middle of the ocean for 3 weeks. And he's like, oh, when he gets back, I'll call you. And I was like, this guy's not going to call me. So 3 weeks, gets back, emails me, says, let's get on a call. He's like, I talked to Simon Jones in Manchester, and they had raised the age of consent to 22 months, so Oliver might qualify for it.
That's incredible. So he qualifies for this extraordinary treatment.
Yes.
They've been working on it for years.
Yes.
But Ollie becomes the first child who benefits from it.
Yeah, and I think one part of it is because there's like no newborn screening. Or there's very little newborn screening. Back home, we've been advocating for it, so they just started. But a lot of these boys aren't diagnosed until they're 3 or 4. And at that point, it's too late to be in that trial. So now, you know, as everyone's been advocating for earlier testing, then, you know, you get younger children that can qualify, and, you know, you can stop the disease sooner.
And what impact are you seeing? Is it too early to tell?
Oh, no, it's right away. The first week he came back, well, actually the first day he came back, I saw him for a couple of hours in the morning, and I had to talk to the child psychologist about his improvements. And at that point, I just answered based on what I knew. And I said, oh, he can't do this, he can't do that, he can't do this. And then by the afternoon, I was like, oh, I wish I could redo that questionnaire, because he was talking more, he was climbing, he was walking backwards, he was running. I mean, and that's just, you know, based off 2 weeks.
That's amazing.
How rare is this condition?
It's very rare. I think it's about 1 in 100,000, you know, and it's predominantly in males. So,
and it's so sensitive to talk about, but it's life-limiting.
Yeah. You know, but also, I think as there's more testing, maybe it won't be as rare. And, you know, and that's part of the reason, like, we want to talk about it more, is to bring awareness, you know, to Hunter syndrome. So people, you know, like when I go out and I see children, I want to, you know, like, because now when you're more familiar with it, then you kind of recognize the symptoms, you know, so you want to talk to other parents about it and let them, you know, get early intervention for it, early treatment.
That's incredible. And did you know that, I mean, presumably it's an inherited condition, isn't it?
Right, we had no idea. I mean, you know, talking to both families, like no history of it, nothing whatsoever. We had no clue what Hunter syndrome was until that day we got the call from the doctor. So
I think Oliver wants to go for a wander. Did you want to have a run around the studio? Yeah, you can do that if you want to, or you can stay there and read your book. You can do whatever you like.
No.
But Dad, I just wonder. Ollie is 3 now.
Yes.
What would be happening? What would he be like if he wasn't having this therapy? Do you think?
I mean, same things as older brother. You know, like a lot of the mobility that's where I actually started. You know, getting testing for my older son is because his joints started getting tight. Like he's very limited on his shoulder motion, his hand grip. They have a lot like speech delays, fine motor delays, gross motor delays, and as it goes longer without being treated, it just gets progressively worse.
So, where did you first get a clue that this was Hunter syndrome?
We had no clue, honestly, because it's so rare. Even the pediatricians, like if you go talk to them, they don't know what to tell you. They say, "Oh, you know, Skylar was born during COVID, so you have less exposure to you know more people, so a lot of these delays are going to happen." It wasn't until my wife, she took my Skylar to a physical therapist, and they were stretching him, and they said, "Oh, his shoulder's really tight." And we're like, "Oh, well, that's not a big deal." And they're like, "No, it's a really big deal, so go get genetic testing." So we went through this whole thing, and then she finally took him to an orthopedic surgeon.
So that meant that, I mean, the trouble is that Skylar, your elder child, can't benefit from this gene therapy. I know he's having other therapy, isn't he? Yeah. But the fact that he had it meant you could recognise it in Ollie early enough that you could then get him treatment at Manchester. I mean, what an incredible breakthrough, and what a tribute to the medical doctors there in Manchester who are doing this.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I wish Simon were here because he could talk about it more. He's been working on this for 15+ years.
He's probably busy trying to get other breakthroughs underway.
Yeah, no, I mean, they've done an amazing job, you know. Like, when we got the news, like, I just sat in my living room and cried. Like, I was so happy.
But they will be watching you on television and watching Ollie bouncing around the studio and having a great time and thinking, you know, what a difference science is making to your little boy. I mean, it's fabulous, isn't it?
Yes.
We can see how emotional it makes you. Rick, thank you so much. Ollie, thank you. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you.
Thank you. And thank you to the doctors and the medical team.
I'm so grateful. We're so forever grateful for them.
Oh, I can...
Tiger.
Oh, fantastic.
Goodness me, still to
spend all morning with him,
I
know.
What is that one? Is that a pig?
Moo cow?
Still to come.